The future is in motion, and with that, the National Environment and Planning Agency NEPA, along with its partners, are taking a global step to remove ozone-harming and depleting substances ODS from circulation within the cooling and foam-producing industries. Following the early phase-out of chlorofluorocarbons (CFCs) in 2006, Jamaica began phasing out their replacements, hydrochlorofluorocarbons (HCFCs), a process currently underway and set for completion by 2030, despite 2024 imports being less than 1/5 of the HCFCs allocated for the 2025 to 2029 quota period. The need for the discontinued use of such compounds calls for companies within the sector and, by extension, young trainees attending universities and the Heart NSTA Trust to get training under the Hydrochlorofluorocarbons Phase-Out Management Plan HPMP program.
We encourage all the entities in Jamaica that involve in refrigeration and air conditioning to get their people trained in the areas.
As a female in this industry, I really hope I can inspire more females to take on the role, because, come on, it takes more than just one person to get this done.
We have done well as a country. We have done well as technicians in terms of upgrading our skills to just meet the Jamaica target.
It is with great excitement that I stand here today to bring greetings and to publicly declare the support of the Heart NSTA Trust for the establishment and operation of 7 refrigerant recovery, recycling, and reclamation centers in Jamaica. This is not just a unique initiative, but it is also a bold one that engenders pride for all parties involved.
It is in this regard that the National Ozone Unit has partnered with you, our key stakeholders, in establishing these centers island-wide. The overall objective of the center is to sustain the momentum of the complete phase-out of the use of ODSs in the refrigeration and air conditioning sector, and that's a target by 2030.
Under the HPMP, we have been able to far advance the phase-out of the HCFCs, far ahead of the targets, to the extent that the initial targets were for 2040 for the complete phase-out of the HCFCs, and now we have shifted that to 2030, and even so, we are now far ahead of the 2030 deadline in terms of our consumption. In fact, Jamaica is doing so well that if we were to advance it further, likely we would still be successful. So we will achieve our target based on the analysis that we have done.
We started 28 years ago when NEPA just started the program in phasing out the CFC. We were the ones that go right across the island doing 2 things. One, in changing out or retrofitting their equipment, and 2, getting the stakeholders, the owners of equipment, convincing them of the need, the necessity to retrofit from the CFC to the new refrigerant. Most of our technicians now are aware of what it is to retrofit. It's easy for them. The drawback is we would like to have more equipment, because it is easy to say change from one refrigerant to the next, but you can't change unless you have the machine to recover one refrigerant, to recycle the refrigerant, and to introduce that replacement refrigerant in the system.
I did a refresher course in 2005 under the terminal phase-out management plan, what we call the TPMP, and since then I've helped out with the Halon management, and then after that we started working on the HPMP. I've trained technicians, I've trained importers, and recently I've been doing a lot of training as far as enforcement officers are concerned.
I was not as informed, but thanks to NEPA and the various workshops they have offered, I am now more informed and can speak with more confidence on the different systems as well as what is needed in the industry.
And so we encourage all the entities in Jamaica that involve in refrigeration and air conditioning to get their people trained in the area. That everybody need to be a technician, but everybody in the field need to understand the implication of their action in terms of what they are doing. So far through NEPA, yes, we have trained quite a few people and it looks good.
Over 193 technicians and more than 230 enforcement officers trained with select government offices in the Hydrochlorofluorocarbon Phase-Out Management Plan HPMP program, all in a bid to protect our ozone layer and our planet.